In paradise, bad still happens. First Insurance protects your auto, home, and business with great coverage, rates, and service. Ask your agent for a quote from First Insurance.
You know, when I first moved to Vegas back in '98, I didn't know a whole lot of people. I had an aunt and uncle and some cousins. And I was told to go see this shop, Evil Twin. And they're looking for a mechanic. Okay, go in there, talk to him. He sends me home. I ain't got enough experience for him. He wants somebody that at least went to a little vocational school of some sort on motorcycles. I'm like, okay, no problem, you know, no sweat. So I leave, but I'm almost home at my aunt's house and they call me back. Hey, come back, we want to talk to you. So I talked to the other owner. There was two owners at the same time. And he's like, hey, can you do this and do that? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I said, since the day was ending, it was short already. I said, hey, I know you don't know me, but lock me in here overnight and let me get some stuff done. So they took a chance, they did. Came in the morning, the bike was running. I mean, the transmission was in pieces, the engine was half built, and put everything together, got the bike running. And he's like, did you sleep? And I'm like, I slept enough.
You know how many people wouldn't say, well, lock me in this thing, you know what I mean, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. I mean,
right.
Have you always had that part of the personality that drove you forward?
Always. Always. If you locked me in a junkyard, I'd fly a plane out of it. But you got to have the drive at the same time. I mean, it's like, and you got to put everything else aside. You can't have distractions. I'm not saying you can't have a life, but this is gonna be your life if this is what you want.
Over and over, I hear successful people talk about passion and hard work. And rarely do they mention money. I wanted 10 million by the time I was 40 or something, you know what I'm saying? Is that a mistake to think about money? A lot of people do.
You have to think about money. It's not everything, but it's something you need to go forward. Money is like, it's gonna come. It has to come. Danny Coker, that's the head leader of the ship. I mean, this is his business. You know, like he was our client way back then when I said I got locked in that shop and whatnot. Well, yeah, and then, you know, things evolved, and then we moved into this building in 2000, and he's like, now he's sole, this is it, we got rid of the other two partners, and if it wasn't for him, none of this would have happened. You
make your own luck. You believe that?
Right, at any time he could have just went with somebody else or just said, you know what, hey, maybe this ain't working out. He's sacrificed a lot. I've sacrificed a lot, and then we just get along. We're brothers. I mean, we could come, you know, like, rah, and then 10 minutes later, hey, where are you? What are you doing now? Like, sorry, you know, like, but that's brothers for you. Not always do you see eye to eye.
How much about television and being on TV and interviewing did you learn from him?
A lot. He is gold. Well, in the beginning, when our show first started, there was a crew that came in here and they were doing interviews. I had no idea the interview was to see how good you are on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We wouldn't pass, bro.
Yeah, and I didn't.
You did not?
No, I didn't at all. But I refuse to let them have the motorcycles we put out with somebody else, like gonna be like, he still worked here, but no, it ain't happening. These are our builds, you know. You gotta push for what you want. Otherwise, you just get run over.
Is it your way or the highway?
I wanna say no, but yeah, I mean, I'll just say yes, because I've put in a lot. I know what I've put in, I know what I know, and you have to trust that.
What's up with the pink toolbox?
You wear a pink shirt. Have you ever worn a pink shirt, pink tie? Pink toolbox.
Takes a man to rock things.
There you go. Thank you.
Construction is back, and I'm proud to give a lift to the hard-working men and women building our communities. I'm Doc Bailey of Doc Bailey Cranes and Equipment, a 25-year industry veteran providing cranes and bucket trucks. We are always reliable, always confident, and if there's a problem, we'll never leave you hanging. We service everything we rent and provide some of the best operators. So call Doc Bailey, 888-DOC-BAILEY or 888-DocBailey.com.
My name is Maisha Wilson, and I am the Executive Director here at St. Jude's Ranch for Children. And in my position, I oversee all of the operations here at the ranch. We have 3 different sites in Las Vegas, our foster care agency here in Boulder City. Then we also have our homeless transitional housing program in Las Vegas and a sibling preservation program in Las Vegas also. So my job is to make sure that everyone is taking care of our kids to the best of their ability. These are the kids that are the most severe, neglected kids that have been traumatized in their life in our Boulder City campus. It's a foster care agency. So kids that have been left alone in the park, kids that have been sexually abused by their parents or someone in the community, kids where they maybe been in dire homes where there's just unlivable conditions. That's where our kids come from, and you would never know it by looking at them today while they're here on our campus, but you look at their backgrounds and it is absolutely horrendous. Sometimes in the community, they think that our kids are the bad kids because they come from these bad homes, and that's a huge misconception, and they're not bad kids. They're just kids that didn't have the best upbringing or were in an unfortunate situation, and that's what we're here, is to help them just integrate back into the community and really give them new, like our mission statement, give them a new chance and new hope just to come back for a renewed life. We have 10 cottages on the Boulder City campus, and we can house up to 6 kids in each home. So it gets very expensive to care for the kids, and we're not talking about just their food. We're talking about we're trying to provide them with a normal life. So if they want to take Taekwondo, if they want to take swim lessons, or if they want to participate in normal kid activities, it costs money to put them through that. We have a really high standard for our foster parents here, so we want them to be educated. So we have to be able to recruit the finest foster parents out there in order to take care of the kids. So it costs a lot to raise a child for a normal husband and wife, or a normal mom or dad, or aunt or uncle. So it definitely costs a lot of money for us to raise our kids here on campus. You know, the state reimburses us only about 30% of what it actually costs for St. Jude's to raise our kids here. So we definitely have to go through getting donations from other people, from foundations. We have people donate pillows, so it's not always monetary. It can also be a donation of coming to paint, coming to do a service project for us, because we're not able to hire a painter to come out. We may need a group to come out and help us paint, those types of things. Right. She was one of the people that said, you know, this is a great opportunity for us, and she is from Hawaii also, and so we're really happy. And one thing that's amazing about her is she is definitely about Hawaiian values and family values. And so that's one important thing, that we like to have a variety of different people on our staff to instill different values, because we want them to see, they may see bikers riding down the street and think that, oh, they're scary. But no, they'll see like they came and helped us and cleaned up and were really nice. And so we want to instill all kinds of values in our kids, you know, to let them know it's not just one way. 100% of our children come into this situation at no fault of their own. No fault of their own. We say, you know, if you are with us, it is not for a good reason. But once you leave us, you will have a better future.
This is Andy Bumatai, and I have a question for you. Do the brands you choose while grocery shopping help feed those in need in Hawaii? Did they help support the Puna community rebuild after the hurricane? When you have a choice, choose to make a difference locally. Choose Hawaiian values. And by the way, if you don't see Hawaiian values products at your grocer, club, or retailer, ask them to carry Hawaiian values and support our local community. I'm just going to come right out and say it. Motorcycles should be outlawed. And here's why. They're invisible. You can't see them, okay? You're a responsible car driver just trying to do your thing, and suddenly these motorcycles pop up out of nowhere, you know? And they're loud. They're just so obnoxiously loud. I mean, have you ever been on your phone, you're trying to make, you know, dinner reservations or something, and here comes this blender on two wheels. It's like, oh, man, get a car, pal. Drive you nuts. And look, I know, you know, they have some kind of death wish that they're trying to service or whatever, but I'm telling you, here's the example, okay? I was driving through Kahala. I was on my way to Starbucks, right? And granted, I was in a bad mood because I had just got my car detailed and I had driven through some sprinkler runoff. And you know, talk about a day ruiner, right? So I was not in the best moods. And maybe it's because it doubled up in the same day. That night, I'm driving, right? Minding my own business. I was heading for dinner downtown, bad area. So, you know, of course, I had all my windows rolled up. And I look around. There's nobody anywhere near me. So I change lanes and I don't signal. Why? There's nobody around. When suddenly I come to the red light and there's a tap on my window. What? I look over and there's a motorcycle. You know, he's got a full face helmet on. He's on some Ninja 1000 something trying to be a Hell's Angel, you know. And he's knocking on my window, tapping on the... excuse me, you're touching my car? Okay, so, you know, I roll the window down and... Whoa! Oh! Whoa, what am I doing? God! Oh, that was awful. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Jeez, did you see that light come in there? You know, I mean, I'm not used to... Well, maybe these aren't the best ones. Wait, hold on. Are these better? Yeah, these are... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I think I have to go with the polarized. Yeah, that's better. Anyway, so
I roll the window down, and this guy says, "Hey, pal, you know, with those dark tinted windows, you can't see motorcycles when you change lanes. You almost killed me back there, right?" And I was like, excuse me? You're invisible, and that's suddenly my fault, right? I have my windows tinted so that my upholstery doesn't fade during the day when the sun is hot. And you want me to have faded upholstery so that you can be safer? And he looks at me like a deer in headlights, you know. It drives me crazy, you know? And the thing about these bikers, you know, these motorcyclists, is they'll never understand what we go through, right? As car drivers, right? I'm telling you, it's like, what the heck? Oh, great. This is a fine example. Look, I ordered a large fries. Does that look like large fries to you? You know, see, that's something a motorcyclist will never understand, right? A kind of thing we have to go through as car drivers. We're responsible. But no, we're the enemy. Drives me nuts. Wow. My hamburger's falling apart. I hate when that happens. Okay, there you go. Yeah, the thing that bothers me is that how is it our fault that they can't afford a car? Okay? How is it our fault that they couldn't get a job that allows them to buy the finer things in life? You know? I don't get it. Right? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, man. Oh. Ah. Oh, wait a minute. This is my turn. Sorry, calm. See, these motorcycles, they're affecting me and they're not even around. Almost missed my turn. Ah, Kalani's got a cold. Okay, let's see. Maybe you have, how do you spell pseudo ultramicroscopic cavaconiosis? S-U-D-O